Hello, 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 everybody out there in the land of the internet and internet's land. Welcome back to another episode of Interview with NoSkill. On the last episode, we talked to this lovely little Nardo here. This is Brendan. And now, next up on your chopping block is yours truly. Let's roll right into it.
So this is the Interview with NoSkill series. It's a fun little thing we put together to make sure that you, the audience, get to know the people here behind these characters. This one does a face reveal every now and then. One of our other members does, but even then, there's a big veil of the internet. The stuff you don't get to see, the stuff you might be curious about, or the things that we forget and never get brought up in conversation. So today, Deej has been the great I bit my tongue so hard. Deej has been the gracious volunteer to put up with that kind of pain and sit in the hot seat. So,
I'm expecting
how you feeling about that first question?
I'm expecting some zingers because for those that know, whether you've been subscribed since yesterday or you've been here since the very beginning, DJ is the token weirdo. And I wear that with pride. So I'm excited to see what you guys have in store for me, especially this one, since I have almost 10 years of history with you.
Yeah. You said token weirdo, and then people are like, wait, it's not the furry? Crazy, dog.
Actually, the furry's probably the most normal one out of all of us, and we're all dysfunctional.
Well,
yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like it's a neck and neck tie between this one and the IRL goblin in that room over there. Not me, the gecko.
No, your brother is the embodiment of Ryuga from Death Note. Like he's tucked to his chest, sitting in his chair while playing Team Fortress.
That's L.
Yeah, his name is Ryuga.
Is it? I thought it was something else.
Yeah, when Light was trying to get him to write his name down in the book, he actually trusted him and used his real name, Ryuga. Damn.
Didn't work out well for him. Spoiler alert from an anime from a while ago, but that's way off topic as we usually. Let's jump right into this. Do you mind if I come out the gate swinging first?
Go ahead, man. I'm right here.
All right, cool. It's about to be a train wreck. So, Deej, we've been doing this a while, known you for a hot minute. I gotta ask, because the whole start of NoSkill was very humble origins, and we had a lot of fun with it. At any point when you guys were brainstorming and pitching the original predecessor group and what you wanted to do, did you ever think it would get this far to where we have our affiliate code? We've been doing it for years. Like, what did you think you would be at right now if that off the ground?
Honestly, nowhere near where we currently are, because ultimately, same thing with what was supposed to be. I spoke about this on the last interview. What was supposed to be the Jolly Boys, it was going to be the same concept that we have, where we're just we're having fun. Like, I'm having a blast doing this. Trust me, I wish I had more free time so I could record more, but I'm still bewildered that when this man DMs me and he says, "Hey, we need to make an ad for insert partner here," and I'm like, that's still something I need to get used to. We need to film for somebody. And real quick, there's going to be an ad later on, but thank you, Dubby, for hanging out with us. You're absolutely wonderful for hanging out with us for almost a whole year at this point.
Yeah, something like it.
Crazy. But yeah, so I didn't think that we'd be this far, but I'm so happy that we've come this far, and we've only got more room to grow because we're perfecting our craft. And trust me, you'll definitely know the difference from, especially with the amount of work this man puts into editing our videos. You can see how far we've come from the very beginning all the way to now.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things where if you really are about it, you're gonna learn, you're gonna evolve. Time is gonna be your friend. You will start to build the skills, and it's wild to me because I remember the 4 a.m. conversation that all this evolved from, and to think here we are, custom models, deep, well written out plans for what we're actually going to do, and following through and executing them. The hardest part for anyone who's never done this before, because what's the saying? The plan of attack always goes out the window once you engage the. Yeah, that happens. Sometimes bad internet. Sometimes your friends go off the rails and say some out of pocket shit you definitely can't use.
Ghost.
I was gonna say check the wall of shame, but like there's always that crazy thing, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy you're enjoying it as well. Before I ramble on and get all emotional and mess, let's just roll. Brandon, do you got a question? Save me, I'm drowning.
All right, so we've known each other for a long time, almost a decade at this point.
Mm-hmm.
When we first solidified this friendship, did you think it would, one, A, get this far, or B, be doing this, especially with the friend group that we had at the time and the friend group we've had in between these guys and where we started?
Not to put like a downer on the situation, but just a little bit of a bio about old Deej is I've had a lot of people growing up like come in and out of my life, like nobody solid or permanent to stick around for a long time. Like friends come and go, family members want to come in, get what they need, and then they fuck off, and it's tragic. And so I kind of burned into my conscience of like, you know what, ain't nobody's gonna stick around that long. Plus this entire thing is over Xbox. How deep can it really be? And here we are almost a decade later, come next year, and you're one of the closest people. I can honestly tell you I'm closer with you than I am with some of my blood family members. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. You and I have been through so much, especially the friend groups that we've been through from the era of the deducted statue and the other guy, Wolf and Lightning, rest in peace Lightning, miss you every day. And the entirety of the teams that we were on, and the only constant in my life during this whole internet Xbox thing was you. So I'm so thankful that you have stuck with me through some of my hard times, some of my hardest times, and I've stuck with you through everything that you've had going on, and I'm very thankful that you're still here with me. So Brandon, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, brother.
Oh man,
God
you guys.
damn it, Marty.
Yeah, you're choking up. I was about to be like, all right, so we gotta bring it back up on a level before all of us start crying, and this is just three dudes on a couch weeping. So change it up. Let's change it up. Let's have some fun with this next one. I have been dying to ask you, bud, because when we do make stuff, we put our all into it. We commit to these outlandish ideas. We have to bend the truth a little bit sometimes to make things, to create the illusion, the Hollywood magic. Yes. And when you hit us with a DM at midnight, completely out of pocket, no context, but it's a solid idea. Like, from the stuff we have been making and the stuff we've been able to make, what do you want to create? Like, is there a goal? I know I asked Brandon a very similar question, but is there like a big goal, project goal, something that you're like, that would be outlandish right now, but if we keep going, like maybe a kind of a dream project?
I guess it would technically be two different dreams. One of them's like more personal for me. It's like I want it. Like, for those that know, I usually, up until it's been a little while, but I was just the guy that would just pop in, say dumb shit, and leave. And now I've gotten to the point to where I can actually film different like I can film content, whether it be these random stream cameras in VR to recording my own gameplay and uploading them to the drive. And the next step for me is I want to learn how to edit, so that way now it takes a load off of this man and I can put more effort into the channel and edit stuff, alleviate him, and now this way we can give you guys even more content up onto the channel. So that's a personal goal for me.
Well, there's one thing you kind of forgot too. You've had a couple TikToks added on too, and like they're not small. They're compared to some of the bombs I've dropped at like 7-8 views, they're doing pretty fucking good, all things considered. I'm in them single digits sometimes, baby. But yeah, like you've been able to do stuff like that, and it's contributing. Every little thing helps. Like a 12-second video, 400 views, 500 views, 600 views, and it just climbs. It builds. It's progress for the channel. So it's really starting to stack up with everyone chipping in now.
And that's one of the things that I love doing. That's why I put all of those like IRL videos of me just like out on a walk or out on a jog, and then I'll just see something and I'm like, this will be
Two
funny.
of those, you know which ones I'm talking about. We're not using those, my guy. I'm not. Those stay in the private logs. They were funny, but we can't.
Hence, going back to the whole I say out of pocket shit. But for those that don't know, especially if you have TikTok and you want to just like go follow the NoSkill Entertainment TikTok. There's clips announcing our podcast, clips for his music videos, or you'll just find an IRL video of me seeing something stupid and then I have a comment about it. And it's something simple and fun, and I dig it. But one of the bigger projects that I want to do at least once, I know I talk about it a lot in Discord, but I have like all these game show worlds, and one of the things that I want to do, whether it be a live stream or a recording, but have like something simple as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but now it's not just NoSkill, it's us and a bunch of other people who can be contestants, be audience members. I want to have like a big project that goes outside of the 3 of us or the 5 of us, or like us 3 plus like Table and Lazy and all them, or Ghost and Arbiter. I want to have like a big project,
like a full production.
Yes, that's
style game show. Okay. That would be hectic with our friends. You're well aware of who we associate, right?
Yes.
Definitely gonna have to give a lot of time ahead of time. That'd be like probably set up the event. Our Discord server, we can do that. Set up an event and start talking to everyone that we know. Set up a date that works with everyone, and we can make this happen.
And then we also have to remember to allocate. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat a lot. My throat is dry. But 2 to 3 business months for Benny and Jose. That's not what they can be free.
Oh my god, bro! I'm in driving distance, and it's still a nightmare to get a hold of those guys.
I can just picture you call him. Hey man, so what are you up to right now, dude? I'm in a business meeting right now. I can see you when you're in your window eating Doritos on your couch. Don't lie to me.
If I ever see, it's not just me. The moves happening over here. But if I ever need to, I know where their I know where their parents both live. So I'll just be banging on the door. Get your son off his ass. I can only get one of those a year, but I can do it.
It's like I've been holding on to this pass for a while, and this might be it.
Oh yeah, I save it for emergencies. Like when I just drop in at Jose's front yard. Yo, man, you want to go to Aftershock? I got a free ticket. Who's playing? Don't worry about who's playing. Just get in the car.
Honestly, those are some of the best trips, though. It's just, where are we going? Shut up and get in. That's how that's how DJ ended up going to his very first anime convention. Had no clue where we were going. And then next thing I know, one shut up and get in nerd later, and a 2-hour trip. We're at Anime Boston.
My guy just raw dogging life out here.
And that's what I like doing, because especially growing up, I was a very safe and protected child, i.e. like I was scared of absolutely everything. And now, at the age that I am now, for those that know, I'm old as shit, or at least I tell myself I'm old as shit. I'm like, I do my best to grab life by the balls. Like impromptu on my birthday recently, I went to a Dropkick Murphys concert. Didn't make a plan, just saw they were playing, and I went, I'm going to that right now.
Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome.
So if I could give a message to anybody out there, just don't be afraid to live life, because not to get all philosophical, but don't be afraid to live and do something, because you might only have one chance to do it.
Exactly. You never know, man. You never know. And on the very similar message of, I don't know when I'm getting a break in the conversation. Brandon, you got anything lined up for our boy?
Oh, I was kind of wondering, since we're going for more relevant times with this guy, I want to go into past a bit. What was DJ's, I guess, life like before even me? Like, what was it like? What were you doing?
I'll try to give a brief-ish synopsis. Pretty safe, insecure child. Then around the era of 14, I discovered what a skateboard was. And that enveloped my life for years. I had this grandiose idea of I'm going to be a professional skateboarder and I'm going to get signed to Element, and then I'm going to do a collab board with Mike Vallely and Bam Margera, and it's going to be sick, and then we're going to all gang up on Ryan Sheckler and give him a noogie.
So you're
How'd
heavy
it
in
go?
the skateboarding scene.
Oh yeah, I still am. Like, I still love skateboarding. Will I do it ever again? No, I can't. Outside of I have a longboard that every now and again I'll just push around and ride because it's fun. But doing kick flips off a 3-stair, never again.
Yeah, we don't heal like we used to at this age.
Nah. Now when I fall down, I gotta stay down for a couple of seconds and then I'll get up. Maybe.
No, you don't get up. You roll over to your front and then push yourself up. I know. I did that shit yesterday.
I call that this morning getting out of bed. But one of the pivotal moments that turned me into who I am was, for those that know, I've talked about it a few times. I joined the military, and that was the fastest speed run of toughen the fuck up I've ever had. And I don't regret the experience because of the military. I know things that I probably wouldn't know now. Like, for those that know, I was in the Navy. I was a corpsman. If you know what a corpsman is, what's up? If you're a fellow corpsman, brother. But so then after I got out of the military, well, actually it was while I was in the military, I discovered gaming. I got my hands on an Xbox and a copy of Halo Reach later. I was set forever. No, it wasn't Halo Reach. It was Halo 3.
Would you say that your early days of gaming, what type of games would you play? Or was it just like FPSs?
At the
FPS
time,
junkie.
Outside of like the gaming that I did with my stepdad growing up, I've talked about that before too. It was Halo 3, Borderlands 1, and I believe the first Portal. So yeah, technically just all FPSs.
Call it.
No, and then there was Gears of War. There was also Gears of War.
Oh, one third-person game, everybody, and it's still
I fell in love
shooter.
with Gears because I fell in love with Gears because, dude, it was fucking gruesome. The executions and dismemberment, blood everywhere. I'm like, dude, what's with all this blood? Quentin Tarantino's missing something. They stole from his personal collection.
Gears of War was the Spike TV of gaming back in the day.
It was, dude.
Jacked main characters, guns with chainsaws on them, the Hammer of Dawn, let it all rain.
Some dude's name is quite literally just Phoenix. Marcus Phoenix.
Marcus Phoenix. Enter stage right.
Badass name, and then you knew you were in like you were in for some shit where you just hear what, and I'm like, yep, that's Coltrane. He's here.
Woo!
I love Coltrane.
That is the dude. We can't talk about Gears of War. We're gonna go on for a minute.
We shouldn't.
Dude. I was 19 and I didn't have the ability to go out and drink with my other friends because they were of age and I wasn't. So I was just kind of confined to living in the barracks and playing video games. It was Halo Reach because I remember I joined a clan and all we did was do custom maps on their on Forge World, and that's when I realized that gamers are fucking toxic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he was in the military. Let that sink in.
Like, I'm sitting there, I'm in the military, and the next thing I know, this dude's just like dropping like hard R's and any other derogatory slur towards essentially any race or sect of being, and I'm just dumbfounded, like, yo, I'm flashbanged verbally right now.
This 9-year-old's throwing heat.
This 9-year-old might potentially hurt my feelings. I might need to get off this violent video game.
Oh lordy! Oh
Especially
lordy!
since my daddy's Bill Gates, I'll get his account banned.
Now, I also want to throw in, because eventually, when we did meet, we did bond over this game, but you got into Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, I'd been a fan of COD. It was just when I started playing with you and Sam. Sam, hope you're doing well, by the way. I was like, okay, I'm discovering a whole new side of gaming, competing, not just casually pew pew. I'm having so much fun. Flashbang. It was like, dude, I can actually harness my skills as a gamer and actually, well, not take games seriously, but just improve myself as a gamer. Because before that, I was like, I'll get 2 kills a game. Like 2 kills a game, and that's about it. And now, be this guy, we'll run a shipment lobby into the floor with nothing but snipers, and we're just like, ah, almost was a PB, son of a bitch.
Ah, man, I couldn't beat my 125 PB.
Son of a whore. And next game, we got this.
If we get that far, you guys have caused other teams to flat out quit before, and it's not uncommon. There's no AC 130 even necessary. You guys just get people to drop out of shipment like they're like flies.
Fun fact: me and this guy have numerous report to bans under our belts from people thinking that that he's cheating and I'm toxic.
I
get the cheating one a lot.
I feel like that's a requirement to be in NoSkill. You have to be over a certain margin of complaints against you.
And in this man's case, it's any sort of fighter game.
And Fallout 76. I had a good reputation on that one.
I didn't know there was a reputation to be had in Fallout.
Yeah, I was a legit trader. We had a whole community of people selling and trading and buying all kinds of game supplies. And then when there was someone on the server with the trap house, we would drop a nuke on them because fuck them.
Just casually, hey, so we're going to send a weapon of mass destruction your way.
I mean, if you don't want the smoke, don't make a house where the floor drops out when I'm trying to go be a legit businessman. I'm here to do business, you make some caps and trade some legendary weapons. I don't need none of this, oh, the floor is lava nonsense. But, you know, I feel like I said, it's part of NoSkill. You got to have some smoke in your community to be part of it.
Yeah, and your brother's just Team Fortress.
Among other things, you got to see him on Titanfall and Hunt, man. But we're not here to talk about the Gecko committing war crimes with the Pepsi can launcher, bleed rounds, and flares.
Just I know we're in for a bad day when all of a sudden hear your brother go, that's it, I'm getting the flechettes. And I'm like, I don't know what flechette is.
He runs the bleed rounds on the elephant rifle, so they're just big serrated slugs. Oh yeah. You just hear goom goom and just shrapnel everywhere.
I remember that man wanted to make. What's up?
Sorry.
I remember that man wanted to make me to edit a montage of him getting kills with that damn gun and call it Pepsi Man.
The return of Pepsi Man out.
Which we really need to get back on to Hunt now that the new season is out.
Oh yeah, the wildfire map is back.
I still haven't even fought the gator.
Now you're gonna do it in the forest fire, baby.
Let's go. I'm in.
So to get back on the whole interview thing, Brandon did a great job delving into the past. I want to go the other way a little bit.
Okay.
We've been keeping with more modern times. Let's look ahead. Let's get this out because a lot of people seem to think that there's this consensus that we all have this same end goal, and we really don't. What makes NoSkill work is we're all people who enjoy each other's company and enjoy doing what we do. Wherever life takes us, we'll figure it out as we go along. There's no crying at night because this person didn't acknowledge me, senpai, or we're not associated with that. We love what we do. So, Deej, if NoSkill is going to take you anywhere, or if you have a goal for NoSkill when this is all said and done 10 years down the road, what would you want to get out of this, or what do you want to be at? What is your vision for the future of NoSkill?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, this might sound corny or cheesy, but like first and foremost, no matter how long this goes for, whether it be another year, 10 years, or it completely takes off when we become the next like Rooster Teeth or something like that. Ultimately,
I don't know if I'd use that example.
never mind. Next Vanos.
I wouldn't have done that one either. It kind of fell off.
Well, I mean, at the time, at one point, they were like the Titans, and I'm just again, these are all just hypothetics. These are all just hypothetics. But first and foremost, I always want to make sure that I'm still just having fun doing this. I never want to be in a position to where I feel like I need to hop on and record something because I need to get this game out. I never want to fall into that algorithm of I need to play what's hot right now or else I'm going to fall by the wayside. I want to be able to hop on and say I'm recording because I enjoy doing it.
Okay.
All right.
Because once I'm not having fun... Once I stop having fun doing something, you guys have probably seen it in I hate to say it, in some of the Baldur streams after we've been going for like 4 or 5 hours, and then DJ's just like, "Fucking hell."
Okay. That or he goes completely silent. He just stops talking.
ADHD's kicking in full speed.
That's why in the most recent stream I broke into a treasure room and a decloaker immediately picked up on my scent, and I'm like, I need to go hide. These guys had a strategy and a plan, and I just went, I'm going over here.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Sorry.
No. I was just gonna continue on to your point. I have a lot of respect for content creators who are in it for the joy of it. You have to live your life. You can't make what brought you passion and joy this ball and chain with a paycheck at the end of it. You have to enjoy it. It shouldn't be a burden on whatever you want.
Whether we have videos that garner over 100 views like this last one did, or maybe like the my most recent Ghostwire where it's only at 16 views, I'm just happy that I was happy recording and having fun doing it. I don't want to be in that position of like I need to do this to stay up here or to get to this next goal, because ultimately if that's your in-game goal, it's gonna let you down, and that's gonna make you feel even worse about yourself. So step one for me is I always want to make sure that I'm enjoying doing it. Once I'm not enjoying it, I'm gonna stop. But step two, the next thing, if this were to like keep going, I would want to work with more companies that wouldn't mind, like sponsoring or partnering with us, and then also other content creators. And because then this way you can build a network, and then you can make more friends this way. And now you have different outlets of different types of content that you can make. Like for those that know, I love doing horror stuff, and well, if there's any horror content creators out there that want to do something with me, hey, get at me. I'm free, and I'll hang out. But then there's maybe for like with Brandon, he wants to shoot more of his music videos, and he wants to go like more production or have more people. People can reach out to Brandon to shoot music videos with. All the car guys. Him. Look at him. Ain't he handsome? But just saying, like this way we can build up a bigger community of people that we could potentially do stuff with.
Man, none of these energy drinks are really cutting it from me anymore.
My guy! My dude! I got the very thing that you need. It's nice toast. I know exactly what you need. You need to invest in Dubby.
What?
Dubby.gg. Head on over to Dubby.gg right now and use code NSE for 10% off your total order. My guy, you'll be doing the world a favor.
Well, I mean, it sounds great and all, but does it work?
Does it work? Does a bear turn in the woods? Do pigeons fly? Of course it works. Gamers have returned to Dubby to get all the clutch plays. Order now.
Hey everybody out there on the internet, NoSkill Mike here to invite you personally to our NoSkill Discord server. In the description below, in the link tree, easy access to all the fun, music, and other entertaining things we share and interact with the community on every single day. So hopefully I'll see you there or somewhere out here in this big wonderful world. And in that vein of the channel going that way, I don't think it's going to be very long before we have splinter channels where everything's sectioned off, and then NoSkill is going to be the main hub. because how many videos are we deep right now? 250, 280?
300,
Yeah,
300 plus.
Yeah, exactly.
We are at 325.
And the community is constantly growing. People are following the channel, following the TikTok on Spotify, in the Discord. It's going to get to that point where we're like, all right, this is too much cake. Everyone get their slice, and then we can all meet in the middle for this general stuff.
Yeah.
And man, I don't see that as a very bad outcome. I think it'll be a lot of something to just keep growing and nurturing, not trying to sound too deep and introspective, but just something to work on and enjoy. And man, we already got an interesting cast of characters right now, don't we?
We really do. And like I've said this several times in other videos, I really, really wish that the Gecko and Frazier had more time to record and be with us. So just never forget that those two are still here. It's just their schedules are so crazy and so hectic that they have to miss out on most. But they are still here, so shouts out to them. Miss both of you.
Frazier's PC upgrades finally came in the mail on Friday. So he's going to try to get all the software issues he's been having out because he was having major stuttering and like massive connection drops. So he should be better in the next week or two.
Let's go.
Oh, but that's a ramble on too much. Brandon, you got one more for our boy? And maybe a quick time check because the goblin positioned himself facing the wall, not the PC that's over here.
I was about to say, should we take a quick commercial break before we continue?
And that's why we ask.
Actually, no, just keep going.
Keep going? Okay.
Yeah, we're going on 30, so like another question or two.
Half an hour?
Yeah, another question or two, we're done.
Yeah, time flies when you're hanging with the boys.
Especially when one of the boys can talk for like half a fucking hour to himself. Sorry for babbling.
I thought he was talking about me.
No, me. I'm the babbler. You asked me a simple question, and I went on a 3-minute rant. So sorry, audience, if I'm talking here off, but
it's your episode. Don't eyeball me like that. I see you.
I'm looking at him.
You're cross-eyed. You made weird eye contact with both of us at the same time. Anyways, Brandon, do you have a question for our good gentleman here?
Well, trying to think here because I already hit him with that sentimental question.
Oh yeah, you came out the gate swinging with that.
You can hit me with another one. I don't care.
I got a wacky one if you need a minute to think.
Go ahead.
Yo, Deej, this is easy, simple, to the point. You get called out or you get a chance to call out anybody in the scene right now for a creator clash boxing match. Who's it gonna be?
That's actually a good question because there's some people I've actually thought about too.
I mean, you versus Dr. Disrespect. The height and weight's almost equal. You guys would be a good swing out.
It would be a good swing out, but I think I would have him just because I weigh more than him.
You got good reach on him too. You got at least 2 or 3 inches of reach on him.
He has the reach because he's 6'8".
Holy shit!
Yeah, he's 6'8", but he's a stick. I would honestly, if he could get his cardio up, I would honestly want to throw hands with Tim the Tap Man.
With Tim the Tap Man, I would pay good money to see. I would absolutely pay good money to see you go all 12 rounds with Tim the Tap Man.
Tim the Tap Man, because then between him and myself, that's 500 pounds worth of man in that ring.
Just duking it out, throwing them wide hooks.
And then if I won, I wouldn't even want the purse. I'd be like, Tim, to celebrate my victory, you owe me a tattoo at your tattoo parlor by your tattooist.
You know, man, that would be sick. That would 100%. If it was like a big bag too, just do like a big charity event where it's like, yo, they get this, I get my ink, we get a good content, or we get a good video out of it. Everybody wins.
All right, my purse would definitely just go towards a charity of my choice, like the one in the link in the description down below. Love you, Lightning. But But yeah, so I would like straight out the gate. I would say Tim the Tatman because we're similar height, we're similar weight. We'd have the same reach. I'm almost bald. I just have a strip of hair that's blue right now.
What if he came in with his regular hair, but it's solid red?
Other than that, I'm trying to think like realistically of somebody that's my size. If I'm just picking anybody because I want to, well, I don't want to use the term like kick the crap out of somebody, but if I were gonna like bite somebody because I have this opportunity to meet somebody that's like I aspire to be, I'd have to go with Connor. I'd have to go with Sea-Dog.
You would absolutely decimate that poor boy.
That's why I'm thinking instead of a boxing match against Connor, I would do that slap match that he did against Ludwig.
Oh yeah, the slap chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That might be a little better. You got some wingspan.
Oh yeah.
From downtown. Bah!
You already, Connor. This thing's gonna suck because it's coming from the basement.
You posing like a Baki character, just our full JoJo's bend back and come all the way over with it. I heard you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Connor. Ah!
What'd you say about Fairy Tail? Ah!
Shit about Fairy Tail.
Yeah, so those are my two choices. Realistically, those would be the best match for me. Only other one that I could think of is maybe Gideon, but I would have no reason to.
Honestly, I'm sold on the Tim one. That is just too funny to picture.
I would love to see that.
Me showing up in the Jim Dangle shorts, if you know the thumbnail that I'm talking about.
Oh, you got American flag boxing boots on. Dude, that would be
Pilgrim, get in the ring.
NoSkill won, but was officially asked not to show up next year.
NoSkill can't be here to accept this award because a riot might start. We call it a mosh pit.
Oh, Brandon, did you get one noodled up in your head before we got to start closing out?
Yeah.
Okay.
So with what the channel is going, the direction we're heading in, what is some content that you personally, or even all of us, do you see that you want us to do like in the future? Is there something like different kind of content that we're not doing now that you want to see us do in the future, basically?
I don't want to say content that, because we're doing as much as we can. Like I said before, the ultimate downside is scheduling.
Yeah, scheduling and location and time difference. Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just I don't want us to tack on a new project when we already have stuff that we need to finish. Not to like, again, I'm not meaning to sound like I'm trying to complain or anything, but
no, it's like, we're talking about like future thing. If this is still going on like a year or two from now.
Oh, okay.
Or even anything within half a year. You never know where things can go. Just anything.
I think the only thing that I would want us to do, like I mentioned earlier, is if we can network it, just start doing stuff that's more production with more people, at least more people. Because I love when we get to sit down and do podcasts with all of our guests. All of our guests have been fantastic. So shout out to all of you. One guest that I want to get in a podcast, a tavern talk, or even on this fucking couch, it would be a fever dream if Guard Bro were to collab with us and do something with us. I think that would be fucking sick. We'd have to bleep a lot of shit, but you know.
He's finishing up his TTRPG right now, but I'm sure if you never know what can happen.
No, it can happen. I mean, we've done stuff together. Yeah, we've done stuff together before. Maybe he'll return the favor. You never know.
And that's why I'm like, it would be so cool for to have Guard Bro for anything, whether it be a gameplay of something, an interview, a tavern talk, a podcast. Guard, if you're watching this, hi, miss you.
Maybe we could do a Q&A on his new Smut series.
That would be amazing.
It's pretty good. Although it shits on California unnecessarily for 49 minutes in the first 3 chapters. We can dial that back like 5%. That'd be great.
And be like, okay, guard, how many centaur girls are in there?
Then no, it's a gun girl series. They're like,
How many of those gun
Danmacho from
girls are
Bleach,
centaurs?
but they're gun girls.
Like what's her name? Gun Jane?
Kind
I
of.
forgot. Yeah,
All right.
like
so,
strike witches.
A little bit. So honestly, I think that'd be fantastic as well. We're a mix when we're all together for sure.
Like that, the podcast we did on Guard's Twitch channel is still up on his YouTube channel. You want to go watch that? The 2 interviews that we did with him were so unhinged, but it was so much fun.
Especially that second one. That one.
With you guys in Domino and a Freeman.
This guy got looks at the airport while he was watching it.
Oh my god. Yo, fuck that security guard. He looks like Johnny Sins anyway.
Oh, that was so much fun. And again, the banter that we had off camera was even better. Like Guard started just uploading pictures of photos he was paid to do. And we're just sitting there just cracking jokes. Domino is faded off his tits, wanting to swap stories, and he gets sidetracked. It was awesome. So Guard, if you're watching this, or one of us reaches out to you, just understand I would love to do some more work with you. And I want to get you in a video on this channel. And I want to do more work for your channel too. So let's network. Let's do something. Come on. We're pretty cool, we think. I think so anyway.
I'm just cringe.
Yeah, well, like there's a lot of that going on. But I say in my "Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks" t-shirt. Anyways,
okay.
So how we doing on time, my good sirs? Because I'm still facing the wall, and
We should be ending.
We're at about 41 minutes.
We should end this.
We're over.
We're over.
We should probably call it right here. So, ladies and germs, on this episode of NoSkill Interview with NoSkill, I must tell you that it is outro time. We have made it to the end of this episode of Interview with NoSkill, and I've had a flurry of a mix of emotions throughout this entire episode, from having to wipe my face while I bawl my eyes out, laughing my happy ass off. These guys asked me some fantastic questions, some of which I was like, I didn't need to think about this. And I just want to tell you guys one more time. First off, thank you guys for hanging out with me and not getting sick of me and telling me to go away. Like I said to Brandon earlier, my internet friends are some of my closest friends, and I wouldn't trade these guys for the world, especially these two. And I'm so thankful to have them. So, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. But before I get too soppy and soggy-eyed again, we're going to take it down the line as we do in classic fashion, and we're going to get some last-minute statements, questions, comments, concerns from the fellas, starting with Mikey.
I gotta say, topping off on a relatively positive note. There's a little bit of warning in here, but choose your friends well, treat them well, and life will be well. That's all there is to it. You're going to run into hard times. When you got good people with you, it's not so bad. When you're able to enjoy the good times together, it is all the much more worth it. These guys have been a blast, have been an absolute blast to work with. I'm getting choked up now, so that's how you know this shit's getting real. But it's been fun. I'm glad people got to see a little peek behind the curtain. We're not just being wacky and zany and trying to get stuff done. This is just our one-on-one thing, and it's been a blast, EJ. I hope you've all enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. Take it down the line before I get
So, DJ, I love you, brother. And to everyone at home, choose your friends carefully. Sure, there are going to be bad eggs. There's going to be good ones. And keep those good ones close, because you never know when they'll be gone. Miss you, Matt. But I'm getting choked up over here, too.
It's hard.
Just make sure you keep positive and just good people around you. It'll make your life all the more better. Anything to say, dude?
Well, first off, just one more time. Never forget Lightning. I wish you guys could have met him. But I'm going to end this the way I started it. I still do this NoSkill thing. We all still do this NoSkill thing because we're having fun. And if you're wanting to get into this content creation thing, go into it with the mindset of you're doing it because it's fun. Because then as long as you're having fun, you're not going to stress yourself out. You're not going to tire yourself out. You're not going to burn yourself out. Because you know why? It's fun. So if you could take anything away from this interview with dumb me, just know I'm a numpty and I'm having fun doing this, and look how far we've come. And I'm so happy that we've gotten this far. So just go into it with a positive mentality, have fun, record what you want, stream what you want, make your content, because it's your content, not anybody else's. And I'm gonna leave it off on that. Thank you guys very much for tuning in with us. This is an interview with NoSkill. We'll see you guys next time when it's mean and green in the hot seat. Bye now.